I was even thinking of, I was telling the principal that by evening we'll think of adding this tent to be bigger enough. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to this year's Early Childhood and Youth Empowerment Summit, and also my great honor to host the second annual summit to reaffirm the commitment we made last year in June 2013 on the same ground. To start with, a brief history of the society. Competence Building Society of Early Childhood Education was established on 14th June 2013 after the ECDE summit held here at Karen Christian College, which brought all together the Kenya 47 County Assemblies Committees on Child, Education and Vocational Trainings and other education stakeholders from the development sector with the mission of building a community of very strong advocates for early childhood development, education, and youth socio-economic empowerment in Kenya. Early childhood development and education is the key to a full and productive life for a child and to the progress of a nation. It is a critical stage of development that forms the foundation for children's future well-being and learning. Research has shown that half of a person's intelligence potential is developed by age of 4, and that early childhood development interventions can have a lasting effect on intellectual capacity, personality, and social behavior. As it is indicated in the Competence Building Mission statement, the aim of this summit is to strengthen national partnership and collaboration with all non-stakeholders involved in the provision of services and programs for children and youth in the Republic of Kenya in order to add the experience for holistic approach for the best interest of the child. Holistic approach, honorable members, is the child's right as Article 6 of the Convention on the Rights of the Child state, that the child has a right to survival and development. Rights are indivisible. There are no small rights or big rights. The rights requires good health care and nutrition for children and mothers, clean water and proper sanitation, psychosocial care, opportunities for early learning and emotional security, protection from abuse and exploitation, and equal rights for boys and girls. A requirement for the approach is the protection and promotion of children's rights, improving survival, growth, and development, which requires the following 3 interventions: quality basic services, good care practices within the society, and the implementation of the early age foundation education right policies. If these components are combined, there will be greater impact on children's well-being in our society. It is with this reason that this year's summit aims at ensuring that social and financial inclusion as part of children and youth rights becomes a topic within the development agenda, and that every young person emerging into adulthood has a dignified livelihood either through education, employment, and entrepreneurship as one way of reducing poverty debt for the next generation of Kenya. For the last 1 year and 5 months of the society existence, we have done a data collection on the state of the ECD centers, and I can confirm that it is still below the minimum standard required. ECD centers are mostly semi-permanent, whereas others have no classrooms at all. Some places still use church premises and community halls. However, a few premises have been inspected, and consensus view is that many centers fail to meet the education standard required, leaving our children to the exposed in opportunistic environmental infections. The sector generally lacks adequate learning and teaching materials, especially books for use at the early age, while in some counties there is no standard curriculum followed. There is no evidence that operators of these centers consider the needs of children with disabilities. Most teachers are untrained, and where teachers are trained, they are employed on a very low salaries, which reduce the servanthood motivation. honorable members and delegates in this summit, I want to challenge the county governments, the national government, legislatures, and the stakeholders to adopt the best practices and programs models to ensure that all children, including the less privileged, not only survive, but thrive. For impact and efficacy, sectors need to work together where there is potential for real energy. It is vitally important as well that there be continued and constant efforts to integrate ECDE and youth empowerment programs into the work of all the sectors and program for the early foundation in a holistic manner. Honorable members, the Kenya Vision 2030 recognizes that education and training for all Kenyans is a fundamental to the success of the vision. In order to realize the national development goals, we must now put early childhood development and youth empowerment as the post-2015 agenda for the future sustainability of the child's interest and the progress of our society. It is my hope that the county assemblies will find this summit as an eye-opener and adopt the best ideas for the purposes of the benefit of our children, and also will help in addressing the challenges of developing social system to deal with child cases and promote the early foundation education for Kenyan children for sustainable future development. May I take this opportunity to thank all the members of the committees for your coming and valuable contribution to the society. On behalf of the Competence Building Secretariat, I wish to thank the Office of the Speakers and the clerks of the county assemblies for the logistical support for members to participate in this summit. I want also to thank the administration of Current Christian College for giving us an offer of enjoying the services of Current Christian College. Let me also extend appreciation to the Honor Body Free Pentecostal Church for taking a lead in initiating the process. So as we enjoy the hospitality of Current Christian College, please take this opportunity to share and network with your fellow members to help build national partnership in improving services to children and youth across the 47 county governments. I wish you all the best and enjoy the summit. May God bless us all and the Republic of Kenya. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, may I also take this opportunity to introduce some special partners who have this year decided to partner with us in this process. We have the insurance companies who are here together with us. The Jubilee Insurance Company, as you can see outside there, you'll see their banners and they have a tent, who have partnered with us in terms of providing the writing materials. The pads and the beautiful pens you are using have been provided by the Jubilee Insurance. I don't know if the representative is here can say something. We also have Old Mutual, which is here with us. They are around. We also have Green Generation Association representatives. Green Generation is a society of young professional Kenyans who are still students in our various public universities and private universities in Kenya, dealing with the issues of environment and conservation, and they have a serious concern with the environment where our children are working in, are studying in. And also we have other partners whom I'm expecting them to be here with us from the later time. I'll take this opportunity to give Jubilee Insurance representative, please, to say something, because as much as we are pushing for the issues of education, remember these children has the future, and the future contains several packages, and insurance is also part of it. Thank you very, very much, Karibu. As they are coming, I want to introduce to you other special guests. We have Madam Aida Nganga. Aida Nganga is one of the serious youth mentors within this country. She has done a lot in our public universities and private universities. She is the currently director of... Come and introduce us, Jill, and say hi. Thank you. Hebu tumpige makofi jameni.
Thank you so much, my brother. Good morning, everyone. Morning. As you have heard, my name is Aida Nganga, and yes, I moved so fast that sometimes you have to keep track on who am I working for now. But yes, previously I was here when we did the training for county executives in charge of youth and education. I was the director for the Global Peace Foundation in charge of leadership and entrepreneurship. Right now, I just came yesterday from Senegal, Dakar. We are having the high-level dialogue with most of the heads of states, and this program is run by the African Union. So what I have been mandated by the African Union to create a working group that has representatives from all youth in Africa. So how we are working, because we are still working on the infrastructure, so please allow me to describe it just as far as we have gotten. How we are working on it is we are working with identifying national coordinators who in turn will roll out in their countries. Again, when you're dealing with member states, you do not want to go into their countries and create havoc. You have seen how we work with the counties here in Kenya. You do not want to come into your county and tell you how you're going to run your show, do we? I think you know the show, you have the content, and you know your people. But what we prefer is to work with you, because at the end of the day, our target is the child and the young person, right? So it would be better if we work with you to engage you, for you to be part and parcel of getting some of these services or even opportunities to reach the child and the young person. None of the stakeholders want to take over anything, any part of your territory. No. But we know you're important, and if you do not agree or if you do not accept the mission, we have been told it's a mission, isn't it? If we do not accept the mission, then it will not get to the child and it will not get to the young person. If you accept the mission, you will create a legacy, and the change you will see within even the next 5 years in your own counties is going to be amazing. The credit will come later. So that is all. If I could just call for that. If I could just call on that. And yes, I am a youth mentor. We hope to come to your counties. We do not want the conversation to remain in a 4-day event here. We want this information to start being disseminated in terms of civic education. It's just make someone informed of these terms that we are talking about. What are they? In a language that they can understand. Very simple way. So we want to move the conversation from here, because this is high level. You're sitting somewhere for 4 days and deliberating with other stakeholders. But the affected person is on another level. We want to be able to reach them. And of course, we shall speak with the rest of the team on which are the best mechanisms to do in order to reach them. All right? So kind regards from the African Union Democracy and Governance team. And kindly allow me also to invite Madam Masin Joroge. She's the Executive Director of Changing Fortunes organization, fully focusing on the women component. And I believe women are also very important. So thank you. I know we're talking about children and youth, but please kindly allow her to speak. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aida. Thank you so much. I'll be very brief, and thank you for the honor for to address these honorable people. My name is Masin Jeroge. I'm the founder and CEO of Changing Fortunes organization. And as the name suggests, and why I'm interested in being here, apart from being friends with the organization and with this amazing team, is that I look after the welfare of domestic workers. Aren't they the people you left your children with? So they rightly sit there, and I think it starts at home. I think before they start hearing about the teacher, they say Auntie Alisema, sindio? So I work with them, we train them on best practice, we train them on childcare, on diets, on the home education. So we are looking after their welfare, because when they are well looked after, they will look after your children, isn't it? You can't lock the food in the fridge and say in mtoto, and then you expect they will feed the child. They'll feed themselves first, isn't it? So we work with parents, we work with teachers, and we work with the domestic workers to form what we call the perfect tripartite. That within that little triangle is the child, on top is the parent, the teacher, and the domestic worker. So when that triangle is complete, then the child in there is safe. So I am looking forward to engaging with a lot of you and to taking the days forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ida Nganga. Actually, to surprise you, we have received an invitation to be in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia in December for a child and youth finance research team formation for the African. And there's an invitation for the legislatures also because we don't want to leave them. They will receive that in our office. I want to confirm that me as the coordinator of this competence building society, I'm trying my best level to link you with the people who can provide us with information, resource mobilization, and such networks which will bring some impact into our counties. We want to, by 2017, we want to stand and tell people that, hey, we were the people who started as legislators in this devolution era. And this is what we have done so far. And we are, hata utauliza, niongeze tu niendelee hii miaka mitano. Lakini ukikaa tu huko bila kufanya kitu jameni, si watakwambia tulikuchagua, kuna kitu umefanya, enda wapi? Nyumbani. Let me take this opportunity to invite the Old Mutual to say something brief, because we will be having time in the course of the, because I have to give time to Mheshimiwa Ochieng to welcome our chief guest and to introduce the county chairs and various people who are here. You'll have time to say what you want in the program. It's the same with the other. We also have other partner institutions like African Nazarene University. We are expecting to see Catholic University here. We invited them. We are also expecting the University of Nairobi. Actually, part of our discussion will be controlled by the doctors and professors from the University of Nairobi Department of Education. So we are right. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, Honorable Chola. My name is Mila Menga. I'm a financial advisor with Old Mutual. It is my pleasure to engage with the honorable members on issues of early childhood development and focusing mostly on how to improve on engaging the child at the early level. I will go straight to the products that we offer and why we like to get involved with the honorable members at that ground level to engage the girl child. One thing that we must realize as we move on into devolution is that when we talk about legislation at the local level is the most important because it spreads out into the grassroots, and that is what is important for our development as a country. And we are looking at, Old Mutual is looking at having straightforward relationship with the MCAs in handling issues of educational plan from the level of a kid who is a newborn to a kid that has gone up to the age 7, and targeting that up to the age where you will be comfortable paying for your kids' fee when they get into the university, or when they go into the secondary, when you might not be worried about paying for your kids' fee. Our Old Mutual has been here for 150 years. And that one gives you a confidence of a company that you can invest in and a company that you can work in. We started working in Kenya in 1920s. So this is a company that is quite old, and it would be a great experience for the MCAs who are now here to engage with us and talk straightforwardly on what you think we can do at that normal local level as we go across the country. One important product that will be good for you is that you need to think about how you can invest as an individual and as a community. And that is a platform that Old Mutual will be giving you. Lastly, I want to tell honorable members that there are only three ways where we can move this country forward. We must learn how to accumulate wealth. We must learn how to conserve wealth. and we must learn how to distribute wealth. Those three ways. Yes, if we can do that as a team, if we can learn how to accumulate wealth, I yes, if we can learn how to accumulate wealth, that is one. If we can learn how to conserve wealth, and if we can learn how to distribute wealth, then we'll be comfortable as a country. We'll be far much comfortable. And you must know that as Kenya, as we stand today, our stock exchange is the second best in Africa after Egypt. Actually, we were 20%. We had an increment of 20%. Egypt had an increment of 27%. And the other country that was following us was Tunisia, which had 4%, and the other countries follow behind. So we are at a wonderful position. And my dear honorable members, as legislators, we can work strongly on this. Old Mutual will stand strong to give you the right financial planning trainings, and we've been moving across the country. So many of you have been seeing Kansim on TV, and we are also going around the country. We want to engage you on a one-on-one basis. Kindly invite us if you want us to engage at that personal level. We'll be available for you. We have a tent there. We are seated there. If you want us to do a personal engagement at that level, kindly consult me. We've come with some of the best financial advisors in the country because we know how valuable this partnership is to us. Yeah, and we'll be glad to talk with you in more details. Thank you very much.
Learn how to accumulate, conserve, and distribute. I think these are the serious issues we are wrangling between the national government and the county government. Those are subject for serious discussion. And also remember, for the best interest of the child. I want to give this chance to Jubilee Insurance, please. So fast, because you'll be getting some other time. Because
Good afternoon, honorables, invited guests. I would say all protocols observed here in the honorables here. My name is Susan Waweru from Jubilee Insurance, and I'll utilize my 5 minutes very well because my colleague here from Old Mutual has already spoken about. I call them the 3 M's. You make, manage, and multiply the money that you have already made. So I'll go straight to introducing who is Jubilee. I'll tell you who we are and where we are, so that as we continue waiting for you at the tent, you can be able to make that partnership that we're looking at. You're discussing a very crucial issue here about the early childhood and the youth empowerment. And I would like to be associated with you and partner with you and go to the grassroots and be able to empower these children that you're bringing into this world with your help. So first, I want to say that Jubilee was started in 1937. It's one of the composite insurance companies in Kenya that was started in Mombasa. So as I said here, we are 77 years old in Kenya. We have formed a very stable financial base. And for the last 2 years, among the awards that are given every year, we scooped 8 awards out of 14. And one of the best awards that we scooped for the last 2 years and we have maintained is Best in Claim Settlement. I'm certain that you've been seeing the advert in the billboards all over. And we would like to promise you that the moment that we start doing business with you, and as you give us the partnership of the people that you're already representing here, we will be able to honor our promises. First, the other thing that I want to let you know is that we are cross-listed in East Africa. That is the Nairobi Stock Exchange. We have Uganda Security Exchange. We have Tanzania Security Exchange. And the region coverage, we are in Mauritius, we're in Burundi. That is in addition to the countries that we have mentioned there before. Some of our biggest clients that we have will be presenting that when you're given a chance. Like Honorable Chola has told me, we have a few minutes. But I would say that the products that we offer, we have medical covers, that is the group medical covers. We have group life for your members. We have group personal accidents. We have something we call WIPA that will be elaborating further when if you give us a chance. We have group pension, and we have property covers that we give at that level. But mostly while we are here at the desk, we want to enlighten you more about the child and the education policies that we have. So we request you to visit our tent immediately you break for lunch, and we can give you more information as we speak to you about personal investment. Thank you.
Another one is how to make, manage, and multiply. There are very wonderful things coming up. I think we'll open up time for discussion for that. I want also to announce that we have very beautiful a market, small market for our cultural things which we normally use. Some of us coming lakeside for us to see such Masai things. So we pass by there and see what is there. On that note, I want to take this opportunity to welcome our Secretary General, Mheshimiwa James Ochieng, who is going to introduce for us the rest of the visitors and also to introduce the chairs and the counties which are here, and welcome our honorable guest to give us a keynote address. Thank you very much. Tupige makofi ya kikuja jamani.
To the able coordinator, Honorable Chola, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Oh, afternoon, sorry. Duku, you are not reminding me as my personal assistant. Right, I am very delighted to be with you here today during this second annual summit. And as has been said, we had it last year when we were very, very few. Let me see by a show of hands those who attended last year's summit from among the honorable members. We were very few. Thank you. This year, I think we are going to have a bigger number. And before I give any speech, I would want to know that the people who have come. Now, Muranga, the chairman, you are there. Where are your members? Are they there, Muranga? Can you stand, please, or raise up your hands? Muranga, that's my colleague, chairman from Muranga, is there. West Pokot, yes, the chairperson, and the other members. Thank you very much, Pokot. As I met them this morning, I was very, very, very saddened because you know what happened that side, the insecurity. So we want to thank God for your arrival. Siaya, I can see Buka the tall man. You remember we were in what was the name of that school? Barkalari. We were there and we have pictures from Barkalari. Thank you very much. The chair is sick. She was operated on. Who is my deputy? Kisi. Stand up for me. This one is Akamba born but married in Kisi, and the chair of Kisi. Why did you clap for madam? Look at that. How many are from Kisi, madam? Kisi, 3. Others are coming today. Omabe. Omabe. What do you say? Yes. Full house. The others are still on the way coming because we are going to be around 21 people and fully paid for. Nairobi, how can you be a secretary without members? Nairobi, Kitabi is Machakos. Yes, because you're few. Yes, sir, I'm aware. They have your talk. Makueni. They are settling that. Nyamira. Okay. What you were it? Busia, they are coming. I have talked to the chairman. Bungoma, no communication. Transoia, yes, Musaulo. Thank you very much. Nakuru, now that governor there was a former teacher, Bonaruto. Bonaruto is a friend of mine. Kiambu, yes, for a long time you have not been there. Thank you and welcome. Kericho, Bomet, unfortunately, they are having a session in Mombasa, team building, and they are just buried the daughter of the governor. But the Bomet chair is also our acting chairman. Narok, Migori, Vice Minister, Madam.